First day waking up in New Zealand to this beautiful house. Oh, it's actually pretty warm. Thank you, New Zealand, for not giving us a rude shock. Look at this. That's pretty amazing, eh? Come outside, look at the view. Can't complain about that, really. Wish it was our house. So after a nice morning at my brother and sister-in-law's house, it's back to reality straight away. So this is what we've got to contend with. A storage locker full of our life, basically. How much of it do we need? We don't want to be here for too long, so yeah. But I know one thing for sure, we need somewhere to sleep. We are done with our last van load for today. I think we've got enough that we can make a bed for the night. Yeah, this is our little humble abode. Stuff everywhere. But hey, at least the sun's shining. It's quite a nice view out the window. This is like the olden day beach house. Yeah, that's where we'll be sleeping tonight. So funny, like we've been unpacking everything at the garage to bring back to this house to try and make it comfortable for however long we're going to be here. And yeah, talk about taste of Thailand. This is from the last time we arrived back from Thailand. Yeah, all the massage oils, you know, the hot creams for stiffness and sprain, the incense, the tiny little elephant, the soaps in the shape of frangipanis and coconuts. Yeah, I mean, take me back. Now it's just a matter of unpacking bag by bag, seeing what's in amongst it. Do we need it here? Do we not? Should we just throw it away? It's like a foot in one country, a foot in another country, and no idea about time frame really. So just one step at a time, really. I mean, I know it's still warm. Look at me. I'm dressed in basically summer clothes, which is nice, but I know that stuff like this is going to be necessary very soon. So yeah, I guess I just have to go bag by bag and see what we find. And at some stage, Jamie will come over and get her winter clothes. So I'm trying to locate those and put them aside for her, get them washed and all that kind of thing. And yeah, I think that's exactly what I found here. Some of Jamie's Cookie Monster pajamas. So yeah, it's been interesting. Yeah, the first week's been really interesting. I definitely had my ups and downs. You would have heard me say last week that I had a bit of a cry, and that wasn't the last time, let me tell you. There were a couple of other occasions through week one where I just would hit a wall and cry because I just wanted to be back in Phuket, basically. But you know, you gotta push through those walls sometimes to get what you want. And this is all about us achieving what we need to for the future. There's no point in us going to Thailand and having money constraints within a few years. Like, we really need to sort things out now to allow us to retire properly and enjoy our life there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And that plan changes slightly every day, but we're both moving forward and have got the same basic goal to what we're trying to achieve. So I'm sure we'll get there. Coming down the road to our family home. So we're not going to move into this place this time because we have some tenants that are living there quite happily. But we thought we'd take a little trip down memory lane. There she be. There's our house. yeah, let me show you around my humble abode. I might do a comparison to where we were living in Thailand and you'll see. I'm not complaining. I have a roof over my head. It's sunny, it's warm, but sometimes you've got to take a couple of steps backwards to go forwards. And this is a house that we actually purchased through COVID lockdowns, sight unseen. We weren't allowed to visit it. So I'd actually only been in this house once before we arrived back. So yeah, it was all new to me. Let me show you. So we have a tiny little lounge, excuse the mess, still unpacking. Massive TV, far too massive for the house that it's in. Nice big deck out here, and you'll see off in the distance a bit of a view over the estuary, and we're north facing here, which is beautiful and sunny all day long, so that's quite nice. And yeah, not very far to walk to the kitchen, as you can see. And the kitchen, yeah, you don't really want to have a whole lot of kitchen appliances because there's no room for that. We have a bedroom here. Excuse the mess, we're still unpacking. And yeah, making a little bed for Jamie if she comes to visit. And there's my little workstation for YouTube. And how convenient, we have a bathroom. And on the other side, laundry. Yeah, limited space, but then we go down the hallway. This is what we call our dressing room. So it's just a tiny room where we're using to stack our suitcases. And I mean, I guess you could fit like a baby cot in here if you wanted to use that as a room, but not much else. And then down here to where we are sleeping, we've got the mattress off the floor now, so that's a bonus. And yeah, out to the view, nice bit of a wardrobe in here. Actually not a bad size. Got all our winter stuff ready to go. So yeah, that's it. That is the whole house. And today I got a car, and it is a little banger, but that independence, that freedom from having to be tied to Dean every time we go out, I mean, it could be the 2024 Mercedes-Benz as far as I'm concerned. It has given me that much joy. So let me show you my new car. Look at her. She's not too bad actually. Another Mazda, and very cheap, because yeah, who knows, we're only hoping to be here a few months, and I just want to be able to sell it at the end. So yeah, we bought that one off our mechanic, and it has a new warrant of fitness for a year. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I can do what I want when I want now, so yeah, it's all good. So we're going for a walk, and our little house is over there somewhere. Pretty cool. Pretty lucky to have this 5 minutes away from us. Beautiful little estuary walk. There are some nice things about home. Quite a pretty place. Does anyone know what it means when you get a lot of praying mantises appear? Like everywhere I go at the moment, there's another praying mantis. Ever since I got back to New Zealand, yeah, like unusually so. You know, it might be the season for them, I'm sure it is, but they're everywhere. I mean, one was in the toilet today, you know, eyeing me up, and there was another one in our van as we drove along the street. I mean, honestly, everywhere I go at the minute, there they are, looking at me, praying. And I did actually have a look at it on the internet, and Yeah, I mean, if you look on the positive sides, it seems that they are symbolic of being patient, meditation, things like that. They can be symbolic of wealth and success. I mean, I'm hoping it's a good omen. I hope that this means that everything's going to go to plan for us. That's the way I'm taking it anyway. So part of what we did last week is make a list of the properties that we have here and the maintenance that needs doing. And yeah, it's a pretty long list. It's a list about as long as my arm, and most of the stuff I am not that useful in, I have to admit. It's really, most of it is for Dean to do, and I'm just here as support crew, making sure that he's well fed, well rested, and yeah, that he's feeling supported. And I am hoping, really hoping, got my fingers crossed, that I'll be able to go back to my old workplace and join the team there. I miss them. I loved that job, and I think I was useful to them. So yeah, I'm kind of working on that. Keep your fingers crossed. Right. Yeah, because I think as well as being support crew for Dean, it would be good for me to earn a little bit of money to help pay for our groceries, electricity, all that kind of stuff, petrol, while we're here, and so we're not like eating into that fund that needs to support us when we're in Thailand. So yeah, that's what we did in week one, kind of start unpacking and put the list together. Dean started doing a few of those jobs, and yeah, we're just trying to decide this house that we're living in, whether, yeah, what should we do with it? We're making some inquiries at the moment as to exactly what can be done on this section, and we're hoping that we can potentially put a couple of houses on it. And yeah, if that all goes to plan, we're just going to have to work really hard to make it happen as quick as possible. So yeah, that is what we're contemplating at the moment, but one step at a time, and we'll get there, right? Because we know where we want to be, definitely back in Thailand. And yeah, we're missing our friends there, our activities, our life, and the Thai food. Definitely missing that. I'm back to cooking every day, which actually it's not been as bad as I thought it would be. It's fine, but because I don't want to stock up with all the sauces and this and that and the other thing, because in my mind, I don't know, that just delays us even further and means we've got all this stuff at the end. So it's all pretty plain cooking. But yeah, that will make us look forward to that beautiful Thai food even more. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's the update for this week. Yeah, so one of my best girlfriends from school, I've known her since I was like 11 or 12, had Dean and I over to her and her partner's house on Monday for dinner. That was so nice. Loved that catch up. Thanks, Nikki. That was awesome. And also went out with Nikki and a couple of my other girlfriends from school on Saturday night to the Automatic 80s gig, which was cool. So all music from the 80s. We just boogied all night. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, caught up more with family. That is always amazing. So yeah, we've done some nice things. We saw another friend of ours yesterday, went out for lunch, and once again I was completely shocked with how much you pay for lunch out. I just can't stop transferring everything to Thai baht, and yeah, I'm always completely shocked. We went out for what is a pretty basic lunch, like we shared a couple of pizzas and had a coffee, and that was 90 New Zealand dollars. That's like 2,000 baht. Like if we went out for a 2,000 baht dinner in Phuket, we were going fancy. That was fancy style, you know, like that was your French restaurant, or like a little bit of a 5-star type situation. So yeah, to get a couple of pizzas and a coffee seems crazy. But, you know, that is Western world prices, and, you know, I've just got used to a different way of life and different prices. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. I mean, actually, groceries have been not as bad as I thought they would be. I really thought that they would have gone through the roof. And sure, I mean, inflation has definitely hit the supermarkets, but from what I hear from my friends and family here, it kind of reached a peak and now it's pulled back again a little bit in terms of groceries. So yeah, I'm not finding that too bad, but we are still spending a lot more just on groceries than we would in Phuket to eat out every day. So yeah, and I'd rather eat out every day, believe me.